the strings.
What's wrong, baby? What's the matter? What's the matter? She's just pretty upset because mommy went inside to go get an ice cream and use the restroom. So if I don't know if you guys could tell, we got a freaking trailer hooked up, and we got another freaking car. So I like doing this to myself. So we got a title right here. Look at this. We got a freaking title. So we got a, oh, look, a Saab. Saab's just pulling in here right now. So I think you guys are actually going to be kind of proud of me. I'll be back in a second, honey. You guys are going to be proud of me. Look at this. So I bought me this 1996 Honda Civic with some dents in the doors, some rust on the quarter panels, some like really riced out tail lights and stuff. It's got some stolen format. So you get that stolen format, I guess. It's YouTube, so you get that stolen format. So it has seats, they're not the greatest. It has an interior, it's not the greatest. It has a key, which isn't the greatest, but what it does have that I'm really freaking stoked about is this right here. So if you guys are Honda boys, this is a freaking SI gauge cluster. So that is, it has a radio, it has this whole HVAC stuff, it has this whole center console thing. So basically, my Civic is missing a few random bits, and this one has those random bits, and it also has a rod-knocked D16 in it. Hopefully, I don't think this hood will fly up, but yeah, it's got a freaking rod-knocked D16 manual tranny, some wheels and tires. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but I only paid $200, literally $200 for it. Right, baby? Yeah, mommy went inside. So I paid $200 for this Civic, and I was looking on eBay a little bit ago because I've been wanting one of these gauge clusters, because the gauge cluster in my Civic is kind of weird. Civic SI cluster on eBay. Let's take a look at this.
Mommy, bye.
$225. If you guys, I don't know if that's like reversing that. But yeah, so $225, buy it now or best offer, free shipping. Normally these gauge clusters, I don't know, I've bought them before for 100, I've bought them before for 150. And kind of to me, it's like if you're going to have a freaking Civic and it's going to be turboed, you have to have that freaking SI gauge cluster in it. Because mine is kind of this version of like a ricey eBay like overlay thing, and it doesn't have the glass on it or the plastic. Yeah, mommy will be right back. And oh look, there she is. But yeah, so that's the Civic. It has a freaking hellacious rod knock, but it is interesting because it has a really nice strut bar in it. It has a cold air intake. It has a D16 Z6 with the VTEC. It has a
Mommy, bye.
Hi, I'm back.
Mommy's back. What did you get ice cream?
No.
Mommy,
They didn't have anything good in there.
Mommy, bye.
Did you get the coin back? Oh. Yeah.
You gave me $10 the other night and then you took it back.
Well, because you didn't take it right away. Mom, all right, we ready to go home? All right, we'll fire this bad boy up tomorrow and let you guys listen to it. It sounds freaking nice, but I hope you guys are stoked about me buying another freaking car. I think that's 5 cars this month. 5 things this month. One of them you don't know about, and you guys already know about the WRX, but I think I made a mistake on one of them, so we gotta freaking hustle, big time. Mommy's right there. But 6'7", freaking just cruising.
Mommy, bye.
You wanna hold my hand?
Yeah, hold her hand. Hold her hand.
I love you. That's such a good girl.
Should we get an exhaust clip? She's like, what is that? I think we'll get the... Should I turn into oncoming traffic like everybody else?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. So we're at the shop. I got this thing unstrapped from the tow dolly. And I'm gonna just freaking fire it up and back it off pretty much. So hopefully you guys think this thing sounds pretty cool. Like it's knocking, it just sounds like all this stuff. Who knows? But look at that. Freaking, that's what we want right there. Is that gauge cluster, and we got a radio, and what ECU is this? So we got a P28 ECU. I think those are worth like $100, and it has a jumper harness, which those are worth, you know, like $20 or so. It's got, what is this? LED fog on and off. I know there's some wires hanging down there. It's got a little IHOP cup. That's kind of gross. This is the freaking shift boot, I guess. We got plenty of change in here. And this is a, oh, what is this? How does that fit? There you go. 360. Oh, that's right. So we got that. I wonder what's in the trunk. But it's got HIDs in it, which is interesting. Yeah, the trunk is what's going to be interesting. Let's check this out. I didn't even think. Oh, wow. Check this out. So we got the original. No, this one's auto. So that's an auto gauge cluster. So that's cool. We got a freaking jacket of some sort. It looks like they wiped their butt on, maybe. We got some, what is this? Something really ghetto. Some coil plug wires. We got a speaker. We got a distributor. We got some coolant. We got some more coolant. We got some stereo wire. We got some distributors. Shit. Man, these distributors are expensive. Mostly it's the coils that just go bad in them, though. And it's got some quick detailer. We got all kinds of stuff. So maybe we'll go through this thing tomorrow. Obviously, it has a good battery in it because it has enough to start it. But yeah, she's gonna sit outside tonight. Door panels aren't good. The headliner's not good, which I'm kind of sad about. The seat's kind of gross, but at least I could have a seat to actually put in mine. Do I need one of those? I don't know. We'll look at it a little bit tomorrow, but hopefully you guys are freaking stoked for tomorrow. We're back at the shop today. Obviously got this thing put together a little bit more in the last video that you guys seen. And I don't know if anybody noticed, like actually this thing sitting in the background. Did anybody notice?
I don't think I noticed.
It was in the background of like working on this thing.
The videos were all shot this way.
No, when I was polishing the taillights at the end of the night. So just looking at this thing, it just,
Nobody said a word about it in the comments.
I know, it looks so much cooler than I like thought it was going to. And honestly, I believe, or I think the reason, like, I just didn't expect it to turn out like nice like this. I don't know, it just looks kind of weird. So
You don't see like clean, fresh paint, one color
Civics anymore.
Or
But
in a
but
while, yeah.
because you're used to freaking
See Civics like this.
seeing these like oil burning freaking things just ripping around your neighborhood, waking you up at night, like all that type of stuff. And we're not like stereotyping too bad, but
I mean, we've all done it. I had an oil burning, ripping around Civic.
I've had lots of freaking Civics. If you guys haven't seen my old Civic, it had B16, all that stuff. But yeah, so this one, it has a few goodies, but it also has a few bad things. So obviously, the only reason I got this thing was because of this freaking gauge cluster right here. So I'm really stoked about that. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and pull that out. But you can see this thing has definitely seen better days. You look in here in the engine bay, look at that. So I was thinking about, my buddy said he'd put a motor in this thing, and I was just like, pop the hood, and I was like, nope. So the other cool thing is, I believe these are the innovative mounts. So these are the steel ones. You can see there's like the adapter plate with the polyurethane insert type deals, or they're not actually inserts. So it has aftermarket motor mounts, which is nice, because this one has like the polyurethane inserts, which are they kind of suck. Aluminum radiator, which this one's kind of beat up, but you could probably clean it up. AEM filter on a whatever China looking intake. Some HIDs. I actually do like the strut tower bar, but it definitely needs some cleanup. And then also down here, it has a hole in the frickin' block. I'm pretty sure they were still driving it. Like literally. Pretty sure they were still frickin' driving this damn thing. There you can see the rod hanging down there in the block. Like it's just down there. So, I don't know. I'm trying to decide what I should keep. Obviously, I'm going to pull the engine mounts out of it, the strut tower brace, pull the radiator and that type of stuff, and then probably end up scrapping it. But I thought about, might as well yank off the head, because that's a good D-Series VTEC head. And then probably go ahead and pull off the tranny and the axles, because, you never know. I might end up breaking these. But then I'm like, man, I have too many freaking Honda parts laying around. But the nice thing is, instead of coming over here to this pile that I basically pulled out of the car, where you could see all of like the oversprayed kind of gross primer, dust, sanding stuff, and weather stripping, all that type of stuff. I actually have this car where I could, actually take it off of where it was supposed to go, put it back where it was supposed to go on this car. So some of the seals aren't the nicest on here, but they'll get us by for now. Just kind of the ones on the outside, but the ones on the inside are pretty decent. But yeah, you can see like that. And I think the ones that I have over there are actually better condition. But just super simple things like the trunk deal. And the trunk is full of freaking parts too. It's got a cluster that was out of an auto. It has a couple different distributors, window track, coolant bottles, tons and tons of stuff. It had a couple jackets in there. It's got these premium tail lights, with that carbon fiber, that real hand-laid carbon fiber. Some more rust. So this car is definitely not going to get saved by any means. But the other nice thing is it has a radio, has a little aux cord, because the other car doesn't have that. I don't know, it doesn't have overspray in here. The headliner is completely trashed, but at least we have, we have all kinds of nuts and bolts. Just bunch of little things. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and start pulling off some pieces off of here, and we're gonna make this Civic great again. We're gonna start on this this grill. I don't think that looks that nice either with the yellow in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint that black. So I'm gonna go ahead and mask off this grill and hit it with some of this stuff. I love this stuff. Link in the description. Makes everything look brand new. Film any of this, but man, this thing is freaking disgusting. If you look down here on the ground, there's literally like freaking mold growing on the ground. So that's pretty gross. So got the stereo ripped out of it, and the gauge cluster. Basically the gauge cluster is literally the only reason I bought this. If this thing did not have this gauge cluster, I would not have bought it 100%. But look at that. I mean, that's pretty decent. It's crazy that like the cluster is actually in decent condition. There's one little scratch going right there. I gave it a little polish. It didn't clean up quite that way. I mean, I could probably sand that a little bit, but I don't really want to mess with it. I don't want to like make it do weird stuff. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and get this one kind of figured out. If you guys haven't seen the cluster in here, it's like this really weird. It's like an SI cluster, but it's like an overlay. So it looks like I don't know what they call those, EM2s? Maybe it is. Maybe it's an SI cluster underneath that overlay. I don't know. Or maybe something like that, because it has the red needles. Those are red needles. These are orange needles. But I don't know. If you guys aren't into Hondas, the SI cluster is dope because it goes to 9,000. I'm not sure what the stock one actually goes to. But they're a lot cooler looking. They go to 140. They got kind of this weird like texture thing. They're just a good looking cluster. Like if you're into freaking Hondas, and you know, I used to be pretty big, you know, kind of right when I was in high school and kind of out of it. You know, Hondas were the first thing that taught me to go fast, that like taught me about turbos. That my first turbocharged car was a Honda, you know, and I mean, it just like changed my freaking world. And actually my first turbo car was a Volvo. I'm sorry. But after that, like performance turbo was actually a D16, pretty much exactly like that, with a bottom, like a ram horn manifold. But so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know, this dash is freaking dirty. It's got like, you can see like it's got like primer juice on it. So I thought about painting the freaking dash. This dash is in kind of crappy shape. This one has a hole in it right here because I'm gonna pull that cluster off. But I don't know, maybe I should just freaking give it a little satin black, make it black. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll do that. Alright, so been kind of playing with some trim, some weather stripping, little pieces like this. I kind of painted that little satin black. Turned out pretty decent. And yeah, we got silver mirrors. Covered up that hole so everybody quit telling me about it. But look at that black freaking mesh on the grill. Looks so much better. Makes it look so much more aggressive. And then over here you could see the dash. I'm kind of playing get rid of these. That's primer. That's primer on the dash. You can see there's some speckles. So obviously not my primer because I had this thing fully masked off. But you know, when I got the car, it was all primered and the windows and everything were out of it. So it's just kind of a mess trying to put it all back together and trying to find everything and where these clips go and where's this weather stripping to. And I'm pretty glad that we got this thing over here. But one thing I wanted to show you guys was this gauge cluster in here, and it don't light up. So it has like this little light down here, and it used to light up, but now it doesn't anymore, and I don't know why. But it used to kind of have like a glowy effect, almost like that. But we'll fire this bad boy up and show you guys how she freaking sounds. Mostly just to tail lights and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually pull this cluster out now. I think that's gonna be it for this video. I'm actually getting ready to hop on a flight. Go out to Vegas for basically the weekend. Baby's over here inspecting the car. What do you think of the car? Can you say vroom vroom? Say vroom vroom. Say go go go.
Is it go-go?
Is a go-go car, huh? Yeah, so she's checking it out. Go ahead, hop up in there. Take a look. Let me know what you think of that SI cluster. Say vroom vroom. Vroom vroom. Alright guys, so yeah, we got the cluster in there. I'll do the radio and all that other stuff when I get back. But I guess this video is more so talking about this freaking car. So this thing's gonna get scrapped pretty soon, probably within the next week. And just to clear it out of the way, kind of once I get this thing all put back together. But alright baby Carson, say bye bye.